Hey guys, it's James the Rambling Dasher, and welcome to an episode of Dashing in the Dark. So we haven't done an episode of Dashing in the Dark in a hot minute, so I thought this would be a good night to do that. We're sitting a little bit over 50%. I just got a 13, not 50%, I don't know what I was saying. Oh, we're not quite halfway through our dash. We're at well, we are past halfway by 3 hours and 10 minutes on a 6-hour dash. And I just got a $13.50 dash. And you know what I didn't do? Is I don't think I looked at the mileage on it. Sometimes that'll bite you, but I was just like, oh, $13.50, we need that, right? So, so we're sitting at, let me go see, $69.30. So we need about another $50 to hit our goal of 120 on a Wednesday night. So today is Wednesday, December 10th. We're shooting for 120. Yeah, so that's what we're doing. So I'm gonna run in, grab this food, and stick with us. Hit the like and subscribe while you're waiting on me. See you in a sec. All right, guys. So we have this food loaded up. It took a couple minutes to get it out, but we were already late by the time we walked in the door. And we didn't dilly-dally around getting here either. That's what's so weird about that. So anyway, we got it picked up. We had to wait a couple minutes. But then when I got out to the car, DoorDash said, we got your back. So that's good. And now I gotta get it there by 8:01, but GPS says 7:58, so I think we can do it. I don't know how far down on the freeway we gotta go, but it's in Benton, and we just got stopped at the super long stoplight. Yeah, 8:01 directions. Directions. Arkansas 183. I don't know what exit that is. Probably the Congo Road exit crossover. Back in some neighborhoods, I suspect. But we'll get it delivered. 7 miles, 12 minutes. So it could, like, I know I had one the other day that was like 3 miles and 12 minutes or some craziness. So this person already has texted me back from both times I responded. It says, good, I'm hungry, LOL. And the second one just says, yay. So, okay. We will get it there. So now I'm already down to 7:59 ETA. So it's taking its time. But I tell you what, so I will say this. I forgot that this is a new episode of Dashing in the Dark, so thank you guys for checking this out, and we appreciate you riding along with us. So all this is me riding along and maybe rambling a lot, right? So I know earlier tonight we talked about Christmas movies, and then I really haven't watched any Christmas movies this year that I can recall. It's kind of crazy as of late. I don't have time to be sitting around watching Christmas movies, or any movies for that matter. We watched something the other day, and I can't remember even what it is now. And I know in 2 days from now, so probably before this video comes out, the new Knives Out comes out on Netflix. So we're looking forward to that. Oh, we watched that, I think it's called Jay Kelly, the other night with Adam Sandler and George Clooney. And I really like both of those guys. George Clooney might not like the politics, but, you know, nobody's perfect, right? But he's just one of those actors. He reminds me a lot of, like, Cary Grant when he does serious stuff, or goofy stuff, because Cary Grant did a lot of goofy stuff as well. So if you're older like me, and I'm what am I, 56? When I was a teenager in early 20s, I liked a lot of old black and white movies. Cary Grant, I don't even know those other people's names right off the top of my head, but Cary Grant was one of them. I like the dude in see, I already lost the movie now. Jimmy Stewart. I really like Jimmy Stewart in a lot of different things. Cary Grant, awesome in different movies. But those two are probably one of my all-time favorites of all time. But then you could probably throw in some George Clooney. I don't know. I used to like some Harrison Ford. But I don't know. I really like older Daniel Craig. I love him in Bond. He's my favorite Bond of all time. And almost anything else. These Knives Out movies have been freaking hilarious. He was awesome in this one movie. I can't remember what it was called. But it was basically these guys that were gonna heist a NASCAR event and steal all the loot, all the money that they raked in at a NASCAR event. I think it was at Charlotte Motor Speedway or something like that. It was hilarious. And he played this southern dude. And I'm like, how? He's British. It's crazy. At least I think he's British. I don't know. But Daniel Craig, he's pretty talented, I think. Anyway, I don't know how I got started on these actors. Oh, because I watched that Jay Kelly movie the other night. The movie was good. I don't like the story. I would much rather watch something that has a more feel-good ending. And and just because it doesn't mean it's not a good movie. The acting was great. I like Adam Sandler in almost anything, but sometimes when the goofy guys play serious characters, then you just have a different affinity for them. Like Michael Scott, whatever his name is in real life, I don't know. But like with Robin Williams is a hard person for me to watch in his silly movies, but you get him in a serious movie and you're like, oh my goodness, that dude can act. You know, it's compelling, and it's just like you can't stop. I kind of feel the same way with Adam Sandler when he gets out there and he does more dramatic roles. You really like him even more. Robin Williams, I always struggled. I mean, when I was a kid, I loved Mork and Mindy, but as an adult, I can't sit through an episode of Mork and Mindy just because of Robin Williams acting the way he does. But in some of his movies, though, he is just Good Will Hunting. There's a couple others that I can't think of off the top of my head, but I can't remember. Was he in that other? Maybe Good Will. I can't remember the other one where he was at a teacher at some kind of boys boarding school or something like that. I don't remember. I think that was him anyway. Anyway, I don't remember these things anymore. But yeah, It was very similar. I won't say similar, but it's the story is just like, it's, I think when we were in Portugal earlier this year, we watched Four Seasons. Well, I don't know if that's even what it's called. But anyway, it was the remake of a movie from the 70s or 80s. And I think it was on Netflix. And it was about this character, or it was about these groups of friends. And one of the groups of friends gets divorced, and they've been friends for 20, 30, 40 years or something like this, right? 4 sets of friends. And the one couple gets a divorce, and then how do they deal with it? And then one of them passes away. And it just a gut punch, you know? And I'm like, it was such a good show. That one on Netflix was a series. So they turned the movie into a 8-episode series, and it was absolutely awesome until he died. And I'm like, oh my goodness. You know? And then somehow they're going to do a second season. Had Tina Fey as the main character. I don't remember all the rest of them. Well, Michael Scott. And Lord have mercy, I cannot remember his freaking real name right now. But he's another one of those, when he's a serious person, it's just like, wow. From doing that character in Anchorman and Michael Scott to doing this character on this Four Seasons movie, it's just night and day. So it's kind of interesting to see those kind of people do that stuff, and I thoroughly enjoyed him in that. Anyway, so check those things out if you have a chance, and whatever Michael Scott's name is, tell me in the comments, please, and I'll feel like a fool when somebody types it in there. So I can see his face as clear as day because I have him in memes that I send to people for DoorDashing, which is crazy. But most of the people on The Office, I know them by their name from The Office, and not necessarily in real life. And I usually do know this dude's name in real life, but for whatever reason, I'm drawing a total blank. I know John Krasinski is Jim. Oh well, it's not a big deal. Hey guys, I'm right around the corner at this this house to go drop this food off, so we're gonna do that. I'll catch you on the other side. Alright guys, so that was $13.50. It was $3.50 with a $10 tip. Very nice of them, so thank you very much. 3 hours and 33 minutes and $82.80. I'm gonna hit continue dashing. I'm gonna go back and leave them a extra note. She goes, or I don't know if there's a she, I'm assuming, thanks a million, be safe. Thank you, Merry. Oh, Christmas. Man, I can't type. Love the wiener dogs. And return to dash. So every little bit counts when you're trying to get people to give you some tips. But if they don't, it was nice of them to give me the $10 anyway. So I I'm trying to think if I've gotten extra tips from 1 or 2 people tonight. Maybe just one. I got a $5 extra tip from someone earlier. Maybe a $2 tip from somebody else. I can't remember. It's like they fly by. Now I gotta figure out where the heck am I and how do I get out of here. Sometimes I get lost in getting there when I use the GPS. I think I can just go up this way. And we'll figure it out. We will figure it out. Man, they got some crazy decorations over here. They got the, oh, I like that. They had a blow up gingerbread man. Alright. There we go. I got back to the right roads. Okay. Well, at the end of the day, I would encourage you to watch Jay Kelly. It's kind of a bit of a commentary on life. And maybe you might look at it as a cautionary tale, to not do as Jay Kelly did. Parts of it were, you know, it's not hard to feel sorry for him, but the fact is that this dude is a multi-millionaire famous actor that George Clooney plays the character. And George Clooney, I'm sure, is a lot different because, well, in the movie, he has, like, he's an older actor, and he has one young, or not young kid, but a high school, whatever kid that's going off to college. And then he's got an older kid that doesn't want anything to do with him, right? And it's hard for him to comprehend, and it's stuff that I've seen in my own life because of the way that I don't know, I don't necessarily look at myself as feeling abandoned, but I also know that as a kid, you know, just I don't know how to exactly phrase it, and how much, you know, you want to share out here in La La Land. But yeah, it's just crazy stuff growing up, and so you kind of know the feeling, maybe from the perspective of his kids, and why they might not want anything to really do with him. And then from the perspective of the character, and why he does what he does, because it's a defense mechanism it's like, well, my kids don't want anything to do with me, so I'll go back to work, you know, which is what this character was always too busy for his kids. And now when he wants to see his kids, they don't want to have anything to do with him, so, you know, it's kind of that kind of deal. And I do believe a lot of people get in that situation where if they feel any kind of guilt or burden or anything, then how can you the easiest way, without necessarily having to, well, and the best way obviously is to ask forgiveness. But if people are unwilling to forgive, then what are you going to do, right? So you have to occupy your mind with something else. So yeah, I don't know, it's kind of a, it's one of those double-edged sword kind of things. It's if yeah, I don't know, it's kind of crazy. So look at it, especially if you're not older, look at the way you treat other people today, and even in the future, but yeah, today, and make amends for the things you did wrong in the past if you want to have relationship with those people at any time in the future, right? So anyway, did I mention this light? This light here I got off of Amazon just for the sole purposes of doing Dashing in the Dark, and this light is brought to us by the Rambling Dasher Amazon store. So go check it out in the comments or in the description down below. Anything you get on Amazon using this link, then you will be helping your favorite Dasher out as well, and it won't cost you any extra. So here's the deal: use the link, save it in your favorites, go put some stuff in your checkout, in your whatever they call that, in your cart. Yes. And then make sure you use the link again when you're ready to go purchase it, because my understanding is if you click on the link, it's good for 24 hours. If you go past the 24 hours, then we don't get credit. So click the link, go purchase some stuff. And I only ask this of people who are not already helping out another individual they know, right? So if you're not, by all means, help out your favorite Dasher, and yeah, it's good times had by all. So there's a lot of stuff that we have on there. Mainly it has to do with Dashing. So whether it's food or drinks that I buy from Amazon, or drink mixes that I get from Amazon, or straight up like protein things, Cliff Bars, other kinds of food products, or electronics for recording of the ride along. So the phone chargers, which hold the phone and charge at the same time. I don't know what I would do without. I used to DoorDash before I got this kind of a phone charger, where I just set it in there and it closes up and starts charging automatically. And then I just push the button and it releases it, and you grab the phone and you can go. Before, I was plugging in the plug every single time. And then when you plug in and unplug and plug in and unplug, plug in and unplug all the time, what happens to those plugs? They get wore out. Either the cord gets wore out or the plug gets bent and you're screwed. And if the plug in your phone gets manipulated, you're screwed there as well, because then there's no way to plug anything in there and charge your phone unless you have one of those set it on this base chargers, which is what this phone charger is. There's no plug in and plug out. It has that magnetic charger in the back. So love that aspect of this thing. So I have two, one for the phone that I'm recording with, one that I'm running the DoorDash on, and they both have that charger on them. So works out quite well in that regard. I've got the microphone, so you can see this little microphone up here. It's hard to tell what it really is right there, but that's the microphone. It has an additional receiver that plugs into the phone, so it picks up my voice. And here is a long delivery, but it's $16.50 for 13.5 miles. So our goal is to knock this 13.5 mile delivery out in half an hour, and then get some more orders on top of that. So we just accepted $16.50. We're gonna go to Verona. There's another place. If you haven't been to Verona in Benton, it's right on the interstate on the south side of I-30. I highly recommend it. Go check them out. the dude in there, I don't know if they're owners or what the deal is. He used to have a little place over in Bryant called Brooklyn Pizza, but he shut it down. I don't know if it was COVID or something else, and that's when Different Dough Pizza Co. moved in there, but his pizzas were pretty good. Now, I have to say that I like Different Doughs even better, but he has this place called Verona, and it was open long before he opened up the pizza place, but still, check it out. Verona's right on the interstate in Bryant. If you're gonna go get Italian, try Verona out before you go to the Olive Garden. That's all I gotta say. It's local people. Obviously, the people that work at Olive Garden live here, but the profits go back to the headquarters. The profits of Verona stay here. So, anyway, that's my 2 cents on that. But check out Verona's in Bryant on the interstate. I'm going to go pick up this food. We'll see you back here in a sec. Alright guys, so we got 12 miles in 15 minutes. So that just means that the majority of this one is freeway. So not a bad deal at all. To get, what was it, $16.50 maybe? We'll see if I can't increase my gas mileage while I'm on the freeway. Oh. Alright, so it's coming up on 4 hours, and this will be delivered by 8:33, so right about the 4-hour mark, which is going to put us at, let's see where it puts us at, 82.80 plus 16.50, so that's, if I can only do math, that's $99 in what, $99 in 4 hours. Is that right? Yep. So that'll put us around 8:30, and that'll mean less than 2 hours, and our goal is to hit 120. So we're gonna, I mean, if I could get $20 an hour in the next 2 hours after that, I would be up around 140 for the night, which would be excellent because we just haven't done that great this week. So, oh, and someone added me the $2 tip on a senior tequila ticket from way early. I don't know how or much earlier. Senior tequila. I don't remember who the heck that was. Was that last one? Let me go look. That's crazy. I don't know if I can tell. The only reason I could tell is by going into my last order. I just don't remember where it was. Yep, that was Senior Tequila. So those Senior Tequila people that I said, thank you, Merry Christmas, love the wiener dogs, they added a $2 tip. So that was very nice of them. I'm going to send them a thank you message and another meme, because I'm sure they love the memes, right? Boom. There we go. So that was $2 is $2. So that will put us at, let's see if I can tell now. 82.80 and 16.50. It doesn't show the $2, but I'm sure it'll trickle its way in there somewhere. But that's nice of them. And especially like 20 minutes later. directions and turn the volume down or turn it off. For whatever reason, DoorDash is having issues with the GPS to where it used to, when you click the GPS and the volume was on, you just hit the mute button and it was off. And then you get another order and you go to the directions and it's still off, and it's still off, and it's still off, and it's still off. Now it's on every single freaking order, and it drives me crazy. I don't know why I'm getting so many freaking... I'm about ready to turn off my notifications to Facebook. I don't even know if I can. Allow... No, I'm just going to say... I hate saying no notifications to Facebook. But I just get too many freaking notifications. And it's notifications on crap. I'm like, why am I getting notifications on this? I shouldn't be getting notifications on. Turn on. So it already says the notifications are turned off, and I got a notification. Anyway, just another thing to rant about. It's a suggested post. How do I turn those off? Turn off these notifications. Don't send me suggestions. I still got 10 more minutes to go on this delivery. This thing's taking forever. So I've driven all the way from Benton to Bryant now, and still have 7 more miles to go. Yay me! Exit 126 from exit... That doesn't sound right. So it's only 3 miles on the freeway, so it's 3 miles off the freeway. So it looks farther than I anticipated. Alright, so here's what I want you guys to do for me. Is I have a huge favor. I've already asked for a couple things in the comments, so help me out. Remember the people's names that I can't remember, that I've already asked for. But in addition to that, I need to know your favorite Christmas movie of all time. What's your favorite Christmas movie of all time? And then I am going to try to watch some Christmas movies between now and Christmas. I don't know when, but I'm going to watch some Christmas movies. It's already the 10th, I think, and I haven't seen a single Christmas movie. So I wanted to watch one the other day, but I don't know what happened. We didn't watch it. But I want to watch some Christmas movies. But I need to get some videos out. I need to get my other channel up and running. I'm gonna try my hardest this weekend to figure out how to put together a intro video that just shows some of the stuff that I want this channel to be about, and like keep it to 2 minutes, and from there have that intro, and then move along to something like and then start releasing other content, like our hiking content, go into restaurants contents, go into food. Like I recorded content to go to the pecan festival, so it wasn't anything fancy by any means, but you know, just some raw footage of us you know, I don't even think on that one I didn't even record anything, me saying anything. I just recorded some footage of the festival, which is just a bunch of vendors in a parking lot, basically, or down a street. I guess it was down a street. But it was kind of cool. We got some pecan pies. We got some, what did we get? Some pumpkin bread with some rum. I don't know what kind of, I don't know. It's good. Some kind of frosting or something, and it was tasty. I had a piece for breakfast this morning. I had a piece of pecan pie for lunch. I'm like, I didn't get any pecan pie for Thanksgiving. So, and this one, they were out of the regular, so all they had left was some with toffee in it. So I got a toffee pecan pie, and it's pretty tasty. I think I like the regulars better, but still, it still had all the same stuff in it. Just had bits of toffee in it, which I like. Toffee, whatever that is. I don't know what it is. I think in this particular order, I am going to hit the pause button, because I will get Otter Creek orders if I don't, and I don't want them. I don't mind delivering down this way, but I don't want to, I don't want to get orders down this way, because when you get orders over here, a lot of times they are for further east, and I don't want to go farther east into Little Rock and southwest Little Rock into South Little Rock. And then, yeah, so I'm just gonna take this $16 and know that it's 15 minutes here and 15 minutes back. Except it's not really 15, it's only 10 minutes back, because it was 10 minutes to get here from Bryant. So 15 from Benton, 10 from Bryant. So a 25-minute round trip. And then yeah, let's mute the thing again. All right. Okay, guys, I'm gonna go get this delivered. We're already at 37 minutes on the Dashing in the Dark video, so I've rambled along quite a bit. But don't forget to add that your favorite Christmas movie down in the comments. I would greatly appreciate it. Be back here in a minute. All right, guys, so we have paused our delivery. We are sitting at about 101 and some change. It did not pop up the order stats, so I'm kind of stuck on, not stuck, but we just didn't get it, so it is what it is. I don't know how to get out of this place, but we're gonna try going down this road. This is not looking like where I want to go, and it is not at all where I want to go. So that's the problem getting out of these places, is I don't know how to get. And there's a cute little dog. Dude, you better chill out. So he's like, I'm gonna run in front of that car, and you hear somebody yelling his name, and I'm like, dude, get that dog on a freaking leash. He's gonna go chasing cars. Alright, well, so we got a good 10-minute ride back. I am going to hit this pause button and leap forward into the future with you. So we'll see you in a sec. Alright, guys, so we've been sitting around, well, we've been driving around in Bryant for over 10 minutes, I would say, with no offers. So I just got a crappy little $4 offer to Sonic for 2 miles. So I just went ahead and accepted it. and we're gonna run up to Sonic, pick up this order, and then get it delivered and see what happens after that. So I can see the Sonic up here, so we're gonna hit pause. We'll catch you on the other side. Alright guys, so it was one milkshake picked up here at Sonic. We are headed out. It says 1.4 miles in 4 minutes. We're supposed to deliver it by 9:03, and the directions have us getting there at 8:58. So we should be able to make it in plenty of time. So I think their speakers blew out my eardrum. It is super freaking loud. It's starting to get cold. It's not really been that chilly tonight. I think it was supposed to be up to 60 degrees today, and compared to the last few days, that was welcome. I got to go outside without a hoodie on and no jacket. When I took the kid this morning, I know last night before I went to bed, the windshield on the car was frozen over, and I got up this morning. I said, "You better go start your car up," and it was already thawed out. So I was like, "Wow." But I took the dog out when I got home with the car, and because he doesn't have his driver's license yet, he's got his learner's permit. So anyway, I don't know what I was gonna say there, but it was cold this morning. But then I went out a little later and I had to unzip the jacket, and then I went out a little later with just a t-shirt on, and I was like, this feels good. But I knew as soon as the sun went down, it was gonna get a little chilly, and it's getting a little chilly out there right now. I don't know how cold it is. My guess is maybe 45-ish. And I always miss my turn, because I always think it's way up in here somewhere, but it's not. It is not. Fortunately, there's a church right here that I can scrape the bottom of my car in their driveway and somehow get down here to go back across the street. I think I have to go straight across here. Yeah. Into a no outlet street. I may have been to these people's house before, I don't know. I just don't know. And there's some kind of, maybe a UPS or Amazon or something down here. A big truck with the flashers on. They got some crazy flashers. They're huge. A big old Amazon truck. Alright, I'm gonna go find this house and we'll be right back. Alright guys, so that was my second $4 order tonight, because it was my second $2 with $2 tip order. So yeah, it is what it is. It's just kind of crappy, but whatever. I'm just gonna back up and turn around in their driveway and hope I don't hit any mailboxes or any cars. Alright, here we go. Here we go. Alright, so now we're sitting at 105.30 with 11 out of 12 offers accepted. 4 hours and 33 minutes. Sitting at 105. So this last 30 minutes absolutely stunk it up. So now what are we? Well, we're still ahead because we should be at $100 after, if we're getting $20 even. So we're still ahead of that. But yeah, we didn't get $20 this past hour. So anyway, we gotta find a way to get some orders, and I don't know where to go to get the orders. So I think I'm gonna go, I don't know, because all the restaurants, there's a $6.10 order to Slim Chickens for 4.4 miles, and it is down in Benton a little ways, it looks like. So we'll go ahead and accept that. Hadn't been in Slim Chickens in a while. Some of the mileage on there, it's 1 mile to go to Slim Chicken, so it's 3 miles to get it delivered. So, and this thing is totally confused as to where we're going. So, and it likes to talk a lot. Alright, so we're going to hit pause. We're going to run into Slim Chicken and get our food, and then we will be right back. Alright guys, so we have, let's see, it says deliver by 9:21. The directions say we'll be there by 9:13. 6 minutes, 2.8 miles it looks like. So, how do I get out? We're gonna go out this way. It looks like we're gonna take the back roads. Headlights. I think I need to put a checklist on my steering wheel or something every time I get in the car. Make sure I turn the headlights on. Alright, so I'm trying to think if anything else has been going on. Not really. I have a lot of ideas for projects that I never get started. A lot of channel type things or whatever. I just need to sit down and get them done. I got so much stuff going on and I need to try to figure that stuff out. I got to, so I'm on a, just throwing this out there. I highly recommend people take money and fund your Roth IRA. If you haven't funded your Roth IRA for last year, for this year, for 2025, and you can fund it for 2026 starting in January, I just want you to be prepared for that. So I've got some things sitting in a cash account where I'm having to pay taxes on it every year. So I'm gonna sell it, and I can fund, because I'm over 50, I can put $8,000 in my Roth, and I can do that. I feel like I don't max out my 401k. So even if I did max out my 401k, I could still put money in this Roth IRA, because I don't max it out. Now, I don't know what the rules are associated with that. If you max out your 401k, then how much can you put in your Roth? I don't know. But I do know that I can put in $8,000, which is the $7,000 normal contribution. And when you're over 50, you get a $1,000 bump, and that allows you to put in $8,000 per year into a Roth IRA. So I am going to take some funds that I have in some high yield dividend ETFs, or they're not even ETFs, they're stocks, but some high yield dividend stocks, sell them in my individual account, and then purchase the same stock in my Roth IRA and let it pay those dividends and reinvest the dividends in the Roth, so that every month it buys more shares, and therefore the next month you get more dividend than you did the month before, if they're monthly, if they're quarterly, or whatever. Sometimes some of them I have pay quarterly, some of them I pay monthly, but either way. So the idea is that over the next 3 or 4 years, that those things start increasing in value. So if, let's say that I have one that pays, I don't know, if I have, let's just pretend, because I can't do the math in my head, I got $10,000 and it pays, let's do even better, $12,000, and it pays 10% in a year, right? Well, the crazy thing about it is $12,000 at 10% is $1,200 in a year. Well, if you took it and divided that out by 12 months, it pays you $100 per month. Well, this particular one pays out monthly, let's say, right? Well, if you go out there and you pay and you take if you buy $12,000 worth of this particular fund that pays 10%, it pays monthly, and then you take that $100, but you purchase some more shares. Well, the next time it's not going to pay you $100 even, because you own more shares than the original amount. And so therefore, oh, what did I do? I missed my freaking turn. I had one job here, and that was to turn on the previous road, not this road. Anyway, so you can see that if you buy more shares, you're going to get paid more. It might be a little bit, but if you got $100, then the next time you get $101 or $102. You buy more the next month and you get $103. So you kind of see how it can continue to grow, and you didn't really have to do anything other than just own it. And so hopefully in 4 years or so, when I get ready to retire, my hope is anyway that I will have even more money per month. I don't know if this is the house I'm going to or not. I don't see any freaking numbers on the mailbox. Why can't you put numbers on your mailbox or your house, people? But seemingly this is it. All right, I'm gonna run in. We'll be right back. All right, guys. So that was $6.10. It was $3 with a $3.10 tip. There you go. That's how that works sometimes. So, but 4 hours and 48 minutes, almost 5 hours, and we're up at a 111.40 and 12 deliveries out of 13. So I feel like, I mean, some of my time has been a little bit of driving around and driving back from far distances. Wow, and I've used some gas today because I was up around a half a tank earlier. But sitting at 111 with what did I say, 4 hours and 48 minutes. I need $9 more. Now granted, if I can swing it, I would take another $20 too. So if I could come up with $29 and get $140 out of the 6 hours, that would be great. But sometimes this 9 o'clock hour, 10 o'clock, it gets a little slow. I probably need to end it around, because I know I've got to get my steps in. I'm at 5,900 steps, so that's about 40 minutes of walk time. So I probably need to be home no later than 11. I don't anticipate that being a problem, but you never can tell. All right. we are gonna go make the loop around on the north side of the freeway, come back on the south side of the freeway, and just see if we get any offers. What is there? There's not much. I feel like Verona's was shutting down when I was there. I don't know that Chepe's is doling out any orders at 9:15 or 9:20 at night, but maybe. Papa John's is down there. Then there's all the fast food places in Benton. But yeah, I might have to head back to Otter Creek, or not to Otter Creek. Wow, I don't want to go to Otter Creek. Head back to Alcoa. And this is where this drive around this way can get me, because if I just get to where I don't get any orders in a few minutes, then I start to start feeling it and just shut it down. But I mean, all in all, 12 deliveries, $111 in 5 hours. I'm feeling good with that. In 5 hours, 111 is pretty good on a Wednesday night. Now I have the goal of 120. I would like to get that before 6 hours is up. Because if I can't get $9 in the next hour, and what would that be? It would be just another hour though, really, because I'm almost at 5 hours in about 10 minutes. So if I can't get $9 in an hour, something's wrong. Now what I'd really like to get is about a $30 order and just knock it out in one delivery. I can't. It's been a long time since I've had any kind of decent big order. 20, maybe 23, 24, 26, I can't remember. But I promise you, this year I haven't had any really good orders. Last year, 50-something dollar orders. Yeah, I got one order last year that was left me, and I can't remember what all happened, but it was a good $120. But I had to pick up these trays of food from Whole Hog Cafe and take them almost to Sheridan, and the beans leaked out in my car seat, and that woman was like, let me and I was like, nah, it's not a big deal, whatever. So, but she left me a decent tip, and yeah, I don't even remember what the order. I mean, I remember getting the stuff, and I took all this stuff in her house. But I don't remember. It seems like it was like $120 with the tip and everything. Might have been more, but I don't remember. I think that day though, that was a Saturday that I worked, which was a rare Saturday, or maybe a Sunday. I can't remember. But anyway, it turned out to be pretty good. I think I had over $200 that day. I haven't had a day like that since, or before. Or an order like that since or before. Alright, so I've driven down the north side of Benton. No orders. No Papa John's. No Chepe's. No the Mighty Crab. We're going to drive down the south side of the freeway, which is just a short little distance over to all the fast food places, including Pizza Hut, including world's worst, Little Caesars. And it says 1 to 4 minute wait time. I'm not getting anything. And I've been driving for, I don't know, probably 6-8 minutes now. Alright guys, if you're still here, I still want your #1 Christmas movie. And while you're at it, just hit that thumbs up button on there. That would help out this video a whole lot. And yeah, it's kind of a weird thing. I get down in through here and I'm just like, why haven't I got to order it yet? Even something I can decline. Haven't even got a declinable order, which heaven knows I've accepted. I've accepted everything today, including 2 $4 orders. Come on, you shouldn't be dinging me now. I have this little conspiracy theory that if you decline a couple orders, DoorDash puts you in timeout and won't give you any more orders for a little while. But sometimes they get desperate and they're like, dang it, I gotta give them an order because they don't have the people. Something tells me that most of the drivers that are out here on the city streets in Benton or Bryant right now, probably DoorDashers. And that's why we're not getting any orders. Where's all the people? Do they not start getting out the marijuana till later? And then they get the munchies after 10 o'clock? What's the deal? Where are you people at? I need some Taco Bell orders. Come on. Where are the Taco Bell people? Yep. I did a whole drive-by in Benton, not a single order. What's up with that? Is it because I badmouthed Benton the other day, associated with their like of Little Caesars? Maybe so. I gotta watch my mouth. I got to watch my mouth. Oh well. Somehow I gotta come up with a way to get rid of a car. A car that might just need to go to the not the impound lot, but to the demolition lot or whatever they call it. But I need to sell it. I need to sell it. I need to sell. It's a stick shift Mini Cooper. If anybody in Saline County wants to buy a stick shift Mini Cooper, I think it's a 2013 maybe. Okay, nothing at Chili's. It says 2 to 4 minutes over here. McAllister's is shut down already. Moe's is shut down. Nothing for McDonald's, really? No Taco Bell orders? What is going on? No Buffalo Wild Wings? Ay, ay, ay. And I'm going to tell you, I hit this hole over here in this street, and I was like, my whole tire went down in there. That is ridiculously big. Fix the frickin' hole in this parking lot, people. Alright, people, you can go. You can turn on red, I promise you. I hate these people that don't know that. They're like, no, I'm going to set it out and wait for the green light. Oh, well. Well, our Dashing in the Dark video is well over 1 hour so far, which is crazy because usually those are much shorter videos. Much shorter, but I did a lot of rambling in this episode, so thanks for you guys for sticking around. Much appreciated for you guys that have. Be sure to hit the like and subscribe button. Don't forget about the Rambling Dasher Amazon store. Without that, and this money that I make from dashing, I don't know where we would be. I don't know, I'm just joking still. Yeah, Thursday night? Nothing. Nada. Or Wednesday night. Sorry, it's Wednesday night. Every fast food place, 2 to 4 minute wait times. Not a thing. Alright, well, I'm going to drive up through Bryant here. If I don't hit anything, I'm going to shut it down and go to the house at 9:29. This is my one chance to hit 120 in a good while. I know if I just stay out, I would get it. But I don't like being bored like this. This is ridiculous. I don't like it at all. I don't like it at all. $2.24 for gas, and then with a 10-cent deal, you get it for $2.14. So I think I get it I get 5 cents off and still pay on my credit card with having the Big Red or whatever that place. It's not called Big Red anymore, Circle K. With having their loyalty card, I get 5 cents off, so it's $2.19 a gallon. Pre-COVID prices right there. I really can't remember when it was last below $2. And I've seen and I've heard about people hitting $1.99 somewhere like in Virginia or something. I'm like, what the heck? Which is hard to believe because that's a Democrat state. Usually they have higher prices on gas because they tax the fool out of it. Alright, I'm going to turn into Wingstop parking lot here. I don't know if anything else is still open other than Wingstop. Maybe Marco's. And just sit here for a couple minutes and see if I can get any freaking orders. let's see how many people are in there. There's a whole bunch of people sitting in there eating, but there's no people. There's one person waiting on an order. That is crazy. That is crazy. Alright, well, I am going to park here. I'm going to hit pause. We're going to see if we can get an order in the next few minutes. And then we'll check in when we do. See you in a minute. And as soon as I hit pause, boom, $6.25 for 4 miles. I will accept.
Drive southwest.
And it's telling me how to get there, and I'm sitting in the parking lot. All right, people, sit tight, and we'll see how long it takes them to make these wings. Because unless it's been declined by other drivers, it's probably in their way. It's probably in there and gonna take a little while. So we'll see when we get back. All right, guys. So we have loaded up this order of. It's not even wings. It's chicken tenders. So yeah, what's up with this dude getting chicken tenders? I still sent him a meme that says I'm eating his wings on Wing Wednesday with a stupid meme that I made up of myself eating their chicken wings, and the shirt says Wing Wednesday. I just think that's hilarious. Alright, so I have been to this place before. I can tell by the description. It says deliver on the, so that says 7 minutes. Oh, that says 10. We better go this way. So I don't know if this thing is anywhere close to being delivered on time. It says deliver by 9:51 and the directions say 9:48. So this order isn't going to get us to our 120, but it gets us closer, right? So fingers crossed we get one more order that puts us over the 120 mark, and we get it pretty quickly because I'm ready to go to the house, right? What's up with that? Oh, well, I am glad that I decided to do a Dashing in the Dark episode tonight, because otherwise the video would be like 2 hours and 20 plus minutes, and I'm just like, I can't do that to people, right? So split it in half, ramble more. And this thing's already at 112. I've been watching one video that this couple, that they took 3 months to build, that they made crap tons of money on it, right? But it's 1 hour and 41 minutes, and it's like a documentary. And mine are that long, but I don't get any money off of them because I can't even get monetized on this channel. So something needs to be more interesting about me or DoorDashing, and I don't know what that is, but I don't know. I'm just really messing around, but it's fun. So I can tell you this, that it's a little bit therapeutic to do this channel, because you're just talking to I'm not talking to nobody, but I'm talking to nobody, right? I'm talking to a blank screen. Or really, it's talking to myself, because I can see the reflection of me in the camera. So, but I also have the knowledge that all 3 of you are out there watching. So that counts for something, right? The 3 of you, speak up in the comments, please. When you do, go ahead and hit that like button. Alright, so this is an interesting house where I think they have like a downstairs, but they had an upstairs apartment with an outside stairs that goes straight up the side of the house to the upstairs apartment. And this couple, and the reason I remember this from the very first time I've been to their house, was the fact that it was a grocery delivery. And I had crap loads of groceries, and I didn't realize that they was said delivered to the house up the stairs. Well, I had put all these bags of food down at the back, at the door on the side right below the stairs, because I didn't know. And then I don't remember what happened, but then I realized, oh, I got to take it up the stairs. So then I carried all those there was probably like 15, 20 bags of groceries. And I'm like, how the hell did I buy that much groceries? I don't remember buying it, but I remember toting it out of the car and putting it up there. Now where this is taking me might not be that same house. I don't know. It doesn't look like it, but I don't know. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. But anyway, I'm fixed to have to get off the access road and turn on here, so I'm going to hit pause until we drop this off, and we'll see you in a little bit. We'll count our money together. Alright, see you. Alright, guys. So, her message earlier, well, it was a man's name, and then it was a woman who's like, hey, you came into my Cracker Barrel the other night. And I was like, maybe I did. Was I eating, or was I DoorDashing? She never replied after that. So and then she came outside and picked it up. So I was like, yeah, because I got stuck in there and they didn't make the order, right? So I was stuck in there waiting to pick up, and it was a decent order, and I had a double stack, so that was another ordeal, right? So that wasn't the same house I thought it was at. So but she was nice enough. She has some kind of procedure. I don't remember what she told me, but I didn't go into a lot of details. Now, freaking frack, how do I get back? I think I can just go this way and go back roads back to Bryant without having to take the freeway down towards Otter Creek, make a U-turn and come back and take chances on getting orders down there. I think I can. I know I can. It's been a while. It's been a long while. Anyway, so it was funny that she put that on there. It's like, hey, I know you. I don't know how she knew me. Maybe because I might have showed her the meme that I send people, and I probably sent it to her. So that'll happen. And but yeah, she was telling me about this and coming back to work and all that fun stuff. So that was interesting. So she said she's getting better and she'll be back at work tomorrow. So that was good. Which way do I go? Which way do I go? Road narrows. I don't think I want to go down Raymar. Hell, I have no idea. I'm going to take my chances going down Raymar. But I really don't know if this is where I want to go or not. I may have to come out and make a U-turn to get back to Shobe Road because I don't know. There's a whole police thing going on down there. But maybe this is going to take me where I want to go. I think this is a road that cuts across from Bryant Parkway. If it is, It's a shortcut. I think it is. So, I didn't read this before, but $6.25. It was $2.25 with a $4 tip, and we're up to $117.65 in 5 hours and 20 minutes with 13 out of 14 offers. So that's not too bad. Not too bad. All right. Now, this is the access road. There's another policeman going down there to whatever incident is happening down there. He doesn't have his lights on, but he'll probably turn them on when he gets there. At some point, I'm going to have to replace the front windshield on this car because it has got a crack all the way across the bottom, and then one over on the passenger side that goes all from bottom to the top. And I don't know if you know, like, this little Honda Fit has the biggest freaking windshield ever. And what I don't know about this Honda Fit is, does it have some kind of plastic thing that will hold the glass together, or will it just fall right in? I don't know. I do not know. I would like to think it has a clear plastic or a clear whatever, like a big thing of tape over it or something, right? But I know I'd like to get an order really quick. It's 9:53. I would like to get an order. I don't want to end up at 117 and some change. I want to hit 120. 120. I know I started late, but this is my reality, is that I had $100 almost 2 hours ago, and I can't get the last 20 in 2 full hours, which is ridiculous, right? It's utterly ridiculous. If I was still rolling, I should have had 140. But no, I'm sitting at 117 right now. And I got 30 more minutes to go. 35 minutes till I hit the 6-hour mark. Just saying, Ashley's Furniture Store is hiring. I don't know what they're hiring for, but it said you need a job, apply in the store. I'm sure they go through furniture salespeople, just like a used car dealership does. Alright, I guess I'm going to drive back over to Wingstop. I don't know how long. I think they close at 10. Come on, people. I need a $13 order, but I'll take a $4 order. You're not doing me any favors here. Oh well. I think I'm just going to go to the house. As frustrating as this is, I will end it without hitting the 120 mark. I want to go make a loop around the Wingstop parking lot. what I was just thinking. I was thinking I was going to call the kid earlier, and and then I didn't when I got that order. And it's kind of his bedtime, so, and I was thinking it was a weekend night he would be staying up, but it's not a weekend night. So, you know it's bad on a DoorDashing night and your phone just goes to sleep because of inactivity. And it says an average wait time of 1 to 4 minutes. That seems like a lie. I'm just telling you, it seems like a lie right now. Because I've been driving around for 10 minutes here with no orders. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to hit pause on this video and then I will get an order. How about that? Because that's what happened last time, right? Alright, we're going to hit pause. I'm parked in the parking lot. We'll be right back. Alright, people. So I last contacted the last customer at 9:39, and that was right before, well, that wasn't the last time. It took me maybe 10 minutes to get there, so 9:50. It is 10:05, and I've gotten one offer for $3.25 that I declined, and it was for over 4 miles. So I declined that one. I haven't got any more offers, so I guess I am finito tonight, and I'm just fixing to hit end, and we're gonna wrap this up here. I don't know how to return to dash, and then I can end. So in this first little screen, it tells me that I did 13 out of 15, and this week's earnings are 160. So I'm going to run over to my ratings real quick and just look through that. So right now, I looked at this just a minute ago, and then I got that one freaking $3 order and hit decline, and I dropped from 92 to 91, so whatever. So my acceptance rate is at 65%, which is 23 out of 30. My completion is at 99, which is 13 out of 15. On time 100%, quality 100%, customer rating 4.98, which is 10 out of 10, and so it's basically 100%. Lifetime deliveries 35.33, and then I think we got what, maybe 13 deliveries in today, something like that. So we'll move over to our earnings for today. So the earnings for today, $117.65. So with that, we had 13 offers accepted, 13 deliveries. It was 5 hours. This is crazy. Absolutely crazy to me. 5 hours and 40 minutes of dash time. 3 hours and 53 minutes of active time. So almost 2 whole hours of inactive time during this dash that I still made $117. So I find that to be, and I only declined 2. So the tips were pretty good tonight, I have to say. So the tips $47, and well, no, the base pay was $47. The customer tips $70.65. So not quite 2 to 1, but close. Yeah, maybe not close. What would it be? 50? Yeah, 2 to 1. No, that's not even close. But almost 1.5 to 1. Almost. So I think 1.5 to 1 would be what, like maybe 73-ish. I don't know. I can't do the math right now, but still. But not bad. 117.65. I don't know of anything else. Let's go look. A lot of low orders, but then I had some good orders and people that gave me extra tips. So I had a $6.25, a $4, no, a six. I'm gonna start over. $6.25, a $7, $7.55, a $10.25, a $9.50, a $18, a $6.75, and then I got a $4 tropical smoothie and a $15.50, a $16.50, a $4 one, and a $6.10 and a $6.25. So interesting that I did not know that one Verona was $16.50, but it was $11.50 base with only a $5 tip. Senior Tequila, I think they gave me an extra $2. It was $3.50 with 10, but they gave me 2 extra. It was $12. That $18 order at Chepe's was 6 with a $12. Seems like they gave me extra money. I can't remember. So, all in all, a good night. 13 orders, $117. Ideally, and I've done it before where you make $10 per delivery, and that would have put me at 130, and I was well on the pace 2 hours before I stopped. But this last 2 hours has absolutely sucked. It kind of drains the life out of you, right? So far this week, I have gotten 8 hours and 31 minutes, 18 deliveries with 5 hours and 43 minutes of active time, and $64.75 in DoorDash pay with $95.38 in tips. So it is what it is. We're gonna head to the house. Thank you guys so much. Hit the like and subscribe. Be sure to send me those comments with everything I asked about before, with Michael Scott's real name, with what's your favorite Christmas movie. I forgot what the other things were, but they're in there, so watch the video and be sure to leave that comment. And don't forget about the Rambling Dasher Amazon store. It would greatly help us out. So y'all have a great night. We'll see you again tomorrow. Bye.